Welcome back to another installment of the Purple Rain Report. Yeah, don't blink. Don't blink indeed when you watch these Baltimore Ravens. But welcome back to another, Purple Rain Report with Sutton Death, with Simply AS10. And happy Thanksgiving if you are watching this on Thanksgiving. That's why we're not going live. Not that I do that to either of us on Thanksgiving. Let's enjoy it. Watch some football, some basketball if you're into that. But thank you for coming through to the Purple Rain Report. You can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. You can follow this guy on Instagram, on Twitter, at Sutton Def, who still is cooking up in parlays and still hitting. I see you. I see you. You can follow me on Instagram at simplyas10.prod and on Twitter at simplyas10. And most importantly, our sponsor, Manscaped. I actually was just ordering some stuff online for Christmas, and guess where I went? Manscaped. And guess what code I used? PRP. And guess what? 20% off and international free shipping. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it. It's scoring right there. Manscaped.
Yeah.
You know, order for somebody of the older, so you know how to get that nose hair trimmer. Something that you absolutely rave about. I mean, it's a great gift. It's better than getting clothes because you can stain clothes. That nose hair trimmer is going to work for a while. Believe that. But how are you doing on this Wednesday, son?
Doing well. I mean, I just told you before we went live here, I'm excited. It's the weekend. Thanksgiving is probably it's definitely top 2 holidays. It might be just behind Christmas, kind of like just by default. Christmas is, it's up there. But Thanksgiving, as you get older, I think you have more of an appreciation for it. So I love Thanksgiving. It's all about family, food, and football. 3 things that I absolutely love. So I'm excited. I'm excited to say the least. So, but also, I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of the Purple Rain Report as well. Make sure you guys like the video. I know we're not live right now. I apologize for not going live. We will be back on Monday. That is right. So that'll be actually right after the Sunday night game. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So yeah, we'll be live again on Monday. But this is a Purple Rain Report. So what we're gonna do in this episode is basically just go through our detailed thoughts on our preview for the this game Sunday, right? So Sunday night we have a very interesting matchup coming up, and I've been thinking about it a lot, Alex. It's been on my mind. Like I'm thinking it's a trap game. I'm just gonna say it. It's feeling like a trap game for some weird reason. Like I'm struggling to find the words of exactly how, and we'll get into like the breakdown of the team stats and everything like that. But it's feeling weird because the Chargers, they don't necessarily have a good defense at all. They actually don't have a good defense, right? Their run game average, bang average, right? And then but the where they make their money is through the air, through the passing game. So I'm afraid that I don't think Marlon Humphrey's going to play, right? I don't think Marlon's going to play this week. I think they probably sit him for at least one more week. He practiced today, but I think they're going to sit him for another game. I could see Herbert. I could see Herbert throwing for 300 plus. That's kind of like my prediction right here, right now. I know the Ravens have a good defense, but I don't know. What are your thoughts so far? I really want to get your take. I've been waiting all day to hear your take on this. What do you think what's going to happen in this game?
So I actually am right there with you. I believe this is a trap game as well. You look at the Chargers. I saw the clip at Austin Eckler running. He looks slow. Looks like it's Lorenzo Neal at fullback running full speed. I think of Joey Bosa. He's going to be out. Yeah, they have Khalil Mack, but missing Bosa is huge. Like you say, their defense is not good at all. They just lost to Jordan Love and the Packers, and this feels like the perfect get-back game on Sunday Night Football at SoFi Stadium against one of the hottest teams and one of the best teams in the league. I'm worried because last time I felt like this, Cleveland Browns. I know that I said we were going to win that game as well, but it feels like this is a game that we should win. It's a team we should beat, and it's a team that we're simply better than. And I am worried as well. Yeah. I am. And thankfully, no all-white uniforms, which seemed like it's our bogey uniform, even though we beat the Cardinals. Still a shaky performance.
Yeah.
The white with the purple was announced. Beautiful color combination. But yeah, I'm right there behind you. And I could see Herbert throwing for 300, but I think he gets some of it in garbage time. I do have the Ravens winning this game. With that being said, but I think it is closer than last game. I'll give my score prediction now. I think we score over 30. I think we're going to win
Surprise, surprise.
34. Yeah, 34. 24.
Okay, so we scored 34 2 weeks in a
think-
row. I like that.
And I think it's 27-24, and the offense puts together a late touchdown drive to seal the game. That's what I think it is.
I like that too. You know, Lamar Jackson, he does tend to show out in Los Angeles. You know, we've seen it multiple times. And also, I mean, against the Chargers so far in his career, he's kind of owned them. You know, Justin Herbert and the Chargers really haven't been able to do too much against the Ravens. If I remember. Well, I'm talking about the Justin Herbert era of the Chargers.
Oh, of course, 34-6. Thank you. Yeah.
It's that game that we played a couple of years ago. I thought that was going to be way more competitive than it was, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised, excuse me, if the Ravens came out and actually had a really great game and kind of blew the Chargers out, right? I mean, that would be lovely. That'd be a gift to us on this, holiday weekend. But at the same time, man, I just think that this is going to be the week where we do see some deficiencies in that secondary. You know what I mean? Like we kind of saw a little bit of it past couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Joe Burrow was kind of getting off on us before he went down. Even Jake Browning, when he got in the game, he was making some throws where I was like, okay, like what are we doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're not getting, my thing is if we're not getting the sacks the way that we should, I know we still are top 5 in the league in sacks, but if we're not getting the sacks, I'm afraid that Justin Herbert will have time to hang back there and deliver throws, and they'll be able to march down the field. And you know what happens with our defense in the second half? They kind of tire out. And it gets ugly. And it gets to that point in the game where you just kind of know we have thrown our hands up and we've kind of surrendered. But at the end of the day, I do think that we have the ultimate equalizer. And you guys know who that is. It's Lamar Jackson. Now, my biggest concern is that without a Mark Andrews, and we talked about this on the last episode of the show, where are those targets going to go? You know what I mean? Or how is Todd Monken, right? How is Todd Monken going to be able to change up his play calling in order to accommodate for Andrews not being on the field? Do you think it's going to be more run heavy?
Honestly, no. I think it's going to be the same as we saw kind of in the Bengals game. I think we're going to use Keaton Mitchell. I think he'll maybe get 6 to 7 carries. We'll use Gus in short yardage situations. And I think Justice Hill gets a run or two. And then obviously Gus in the red zone. But I still think we're going to throw it a fair share because their secondary as well isn't the best. And I think we can definitely get some yards. I'm looking at Zay Flowers. I know that's one guy who said where those 6 to 7 Mark Andrews targets, if we're going to spread them around, how gets some more to Zay Flowers. And I'm thinking about it Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea because what Zay can do after the catch, something we haven't seen in a while. Yeah. I'm right there behind you.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for that big Zay Flowers breakout game. Almost had it last week with the touchdown he broke that got called back. But we've seen flashes of this kid Zay Flowers, like everybody. The whole, I think the whole NFL kind of knows that this kid he's there, but he's not, all the way there yet. And he just needs that one big game. And this could be that game against, a Charger secondary, like you said, that is terrible, for lack of better words, to be honest with you. I mean, when you have Jordan Love doing what he wants against you, it's not good. It's not good. But another thing, though, to me, Austin Eckler, I think that early in the game, we're going to have to shut him down because what the Chargers are going to try to do, and this might be like a pretty standard game plan, but they're going to try to get Austin Eckler going early, whether that be through screen passes or whether that be halfback counters, things like that. They'll let him run it. They're going to try to get him going so that way they can kind of get the play action going with Justin Herbert. If we shut that down early and kind of make Justin Herbert play, left-handed, so to say, or make that offense more one-dimensional, I think that's when our defense can kind of pin the ears back and get after the quarterback. But that's going to require us to score the football as well. So again, I'm looking at that home run ability on offense early on as well, because that's our way to win, to be honest with you. Like we have to get an early lead and then lean on teams. That's still our recipe. Even with the new offensive coordinator, what seems like a new regime, right? That's still our recipe. get a lead early, and then lean on that team with the run game. So I'm looking at Keaton Mitchell. I want to get 10 carries. I'm looking at 10 plus carries for Keaton Mitchell. Like, he got 8 last game. I think 3 the game before that. We need to see more. There needs to be an uptick, right? Because there needs to be more opportunities for this kid to break off a big one and, score easy points, cheap touchdowns. That's what we need.
Yeah, I can agree with you more there. I mean, Gus was getting his carries in the garbage time, and like Keaton could definitely be getting some of these, but maybe they're saving him. But I think 10 carries for Keaton Mitchell in this game isn't crazy at all. I mean, you can give him 3 to 4 in the drive, and he's going to get you, I think, 30 yards if the blocking is there. We've seen how he can make something out of nothing, and hell, even give him 1 or 2 targets in the passing game. See what he can do. We saw the screen against the Browns, 40 yards. We saw the 9-yard catch and run last week at the line of scrimmage with no blockers. Give me more Keaton. I really can't sit here and talk about it as much. I mean, just love seeing 34 and love seeing him in open field because he makes people miss and he's gained yards.
Yeah, like you said it, like, you got to get these guys in space. Get these guys in space. Like, Keaton Mitchell and Zay Flowers are 2 guys. I don't care how you have to get them the football in space, but make that happen. I think that's what Todd Monken really should focus on. And, I assume he probably is, especially with the absence of Mark Andrews. It opens up the offense more. It honestly opens up the playbook even more for that receiving core, So I want to see, get Keaton Mitchell going through the pass game, through the run game, whatever it takes, and then, like you said as well, Zay Flowers needs to get his targets as well. Now, I did hear news today about Rashard Bateman going down in practice with, I think, his foot, the same foot that he had had surgery on. Yeah. Now, he did come back up, and he said, like, in the in the interview after practice, he said he was fine. He's going to play on Sunday. But at the same time, it does give you cause for concern, right? Because it is that same foot, and going into week 12 of an NFL season, everybody's going in hurt. Even if we have like a clean I-word report, a clean health report, whatever you want to call it, everybody's still hurt. Everybody's dealing with something, even if it's not reported. So just knowing that a guy like Bateman, who's been playing so well, he's benefited from, all of our receivers have really, really benefited from, the stout run game that we have, and, having to drop more guys down into the box. But he's been getting open. You've seen him at multiple games this season getting separation, right? And the numbers show it.
Yes, thank you. And I pulled up his stats earlier today, and I'm like, I thought he, has been coming on his past couple of games. 1 catch, 10 yards, a touchdown. 2 catches, 25 yards. 3 catches, 28 yards. 2 catches, 34 yards. 2 catches, 36 yards. 2 catches, 15 yards. We are underutilizing him, in my opinion. I know he had the drops against the Steelers. I know he's had drops this season. In recent weeks, when it's thrown his way, he's catching it. If not, it's either broken up, which you can't do anything about that, or he has separation, he's overthrown. He is gaining separation. You've seen it, like you just talked about it, and the stats back it up. He's up there with the top receivers gaining separation. Like, I would love for Rashard Bateman to get more chances, more targets, because he hasn't even really been utilized correctly. Odell has doing his thing. Zay's doing his thing. How Nelson's doing his thing. Let me get some Rashard Bateman love, please. There is a player there. I know it. I'm behind that. I'm a Rashard Bateman truther. Please, I'm begging you.
Like he's not just your average receiver. For those of you guys listening who don't really watch Rashard Bateman play, you're not really familiar with his game, as the kids like to say. He's not just your average run-of-the-mill wide receiver. Like, no, he has agility. He has burst. He has top-end speed. He can separate. Like I said, if you look at the numbers, there's metrics and charts out there that prove he is getting open. He's getting separation. He just needs more opportunities. That's all it is. And hopefully, again, with the lacking of a Mark Andrews in this offense, he does get those more opportunities. Hopefully, like maybe 5 to 6 targets a game even, I want to see a game where Lamar kind of features Rashard Bateman and just see what he can do, see what he can do.
Yeah. And Lamar today said he feels like he's getting better chemistry. I think it was yesterday. I'm sorry, with his receivers as well. And I really hope that's with Bateman, because this is a guy here where if you leave him one-on-one in a playoff game, I really think he can be that X factor. I think he can be the guy you forget about, and he has himself a hell of a game, like Xavier Howard learned last year. Like other guys I've learned before. Denzel Ward, we talked about him as well. Or was it Greedy? So 1 or 2. It was a Browns defensive back. But yeah, I mean, give me some Bateman love, give me some Keaton Mitchell love, and give me a Ravens win. on Sunday Night Football. Chris and Mike on the call.
Yeah, what was your score prediction again?
34-24.
Okay. 34-24. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 36-27. I'm gonna go
Okay.
36-27. Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it'll be a little bit closer than most people expect it to be, because I think late in that game, like you said, in garbage time, they'll probably come back with maybe like a touchdown or two, and that will be much to the disdain of one Roquan Smith, who we know feels about finishing football games. But I think that's probably what ends up happening. They kind of come on strong late, and then maybe Justin Herbert kind of throws a pick or something like that, takes a bad sack, and that kind of ends the game. So that's what I think the score prediction is going to be. I'm going with 36-27. So yeah,
Oh,
that's going to be our score predictions. We've given you what we think needs to be the keys to victory to win this game. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the holiday weekend. We love all of you guys. Make sure, again, you follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast, like you see down below. You can follow me. My name is Sutton Def. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. Then you can find this guy over here, Simply AS10, on Twitter at Simply AS10, and on Instagram at simplyas10.prod. And you guys know I got to shout him out for the other social media platforms he has as well. YouTube, you guys already know about that one, the big boy. And then also TikTok as well, because those TikToks, some of the top tier content that I see on that app, to be honest with you. And I follow a lot of different accounts. So yeah. But also make sure you go on manscaped.com. It's officially the gift giving season. You guys don't even have to, we don't have to tell you guys anymore. It's not even like it's leading up to it. Literally, Black Friday is tomorrow if you're watching this on Thanksgiving Day, right? So make sure you go on manscaped.com, get your loved one something from there. Hell, stack your cart up sky high to the ceiling. Get all of your favorite, male friends. If you want to get a female friend, something from there. I mean, they got some shirts, they got some apparel too, some pretty ironic apparel that, maybe a lady in your life might like. Just go on manscaped.com, check it out, see what they got, and use our code PRP to save yourself 20% off plus free international shipping. And that's a big one, because things are getting shipped all around the world right now because it's the holiday season. And you're getting free shipping, right? You're getting free shipping by using our code PRP. So make sure you do that. We love all you guys again. And with that being said, I'm going to let my guy Alex take us out.
Yeah, honestly, said it perfect. Thank you to everybody watching us and supporting us. We are thankful for all of you. Thanksgiving, what to be thankful for. I'm most thankful for this guy right here, keeping it going for 3+ years now.
Yeah,
one of the best in the business. Yeah, man. And we're talking about Black Friday. I think I might have to take a look at overlookunderrated.com for something.
Hey.
And hey, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's right there. Love the color of the shirt. I should go pretty good with this, with the beanie as well. But yeah, you know where to find him. But thank you for coming through this Purple Rain Report. We love you. We appreciate you. We're thankful for you all. And as always, stay positive. Test negative. Lions are gonna win tomorrow. Bank on it.
Okay. Oh, let me just say this before we get out. I don't mind the Lions playing on Thanksgiving. For once in my life, I don't mind the Lions playing on Thanksgiving. I actually want to see it. That's awesome.
Yes. Right.
Is that the one you're wearing tomorrow?
Actually, I wore it on Sunday. I have a Barry Sanders Thanksgiving. I might wear that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got to wear the Barry Sanders. Got to wear the Barry Sanders, especially if you're around family. That'll just go crazy.
Yes.
But all right, yeah, you said stay positive, test negative, and do not ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, to call God. It's been another rendition of the Purple Rain Report. We're going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.